Joji made it.
Peace and war times. I'm in the Nawapianism.com group ran by my good friend Chuck Morgan. And before we go into the Musiq Soul Child, he wasn't the only one on the land. Alright, it was a lot of entertainers that was down there. And we're gonna look at some of these pictures. Like for instance, we got here is the late great James Ingram. Rest in peace. James Ingram passed a few years ago, and he was down with the Nawapi. You didn't see that. You didn't see that in the public, like public. But for those of us who was around, we knew he was down. He died January the 29th, 2019. So here you can see him with York. Alright, so let's look through some of these other pictures. Alright, so here you got Musiq Soul Child, York in the middle. You see India Irie as well. So what Jaguar was saying was correct. As a matter of fact, Musiq Soul Child and Brother Polite was messing with the same woman at one time. She claimed.
Joji made it.
She claims Polite never hit it. I don't know. That was a real weird situation with that. If you go back and do a little bit of research online, you can pull that up. Brother Polite and Musiq Soul Child. I forgot the chick's name. She was a little wacky, a little off, if you ask me. But that's a story for another time. All right, let me go. What else we got? Hold on. Sorry. All right, next picture. We got the lead rapper from De La Soul, which you can see him in the back, Kelvin Mercer, De La Soul in the back. I met him down there at least twice when I went down there for Savior Day. back in the 90s, and we used to kick it. I think the Jamaicans was down there. That was a rap group, and I think they took the word Jamaican and mixed it with American, and I think they had a hit song called Yardcore. I think the Grave Diggers, I think, was down there. And York had a couple of rap groups. He had a couple of groups. I know 20 Day was one. It was some other guys. I think they had died in a car wreck or something like that. He had a couple of little hip hop things going on. He had I can't think of the sister that did a lot of poetry. She was really good too. She was like the Erykah Badu of Nuwaubu. She was she had talent. She really had skills. I can't think her name. I think her name was Nifu, and I think she was messing with the self-appointed leader of the Nuwaubians, and he was beating on him. And I'm trying to think his name right now. He was because he changed his name to York, his last name to York, but he's not kin to York's family. Who else we got? Russell Simmons. You see York. You can see him over there lusting after the chick. We ought to know that Russell Simmons' business is fish. He was Bill Cosby or Bill Cosby and chicks.
Joji made it.
Amongst other things that was going on, and he tried to sweep them under the rug. The same way CeeLo had got in trouble a couple of years. He put some in the chick drink. And they swept that under the rug too. So a lot of y'all finna see all this hidden things behind the scenes that's about to come up this year coming. So 2023 gonna be like ta-da, and it's gonna be way worse than the little stuff we've been hearing about with York now. It's 1,000 times worse that's about to come out. Alright, so here you see Musiq Soulchild with York at a gathering. So as far as him being homeless for a minute, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know nothing about that. About Musiq Soulchild being homeless and having bread and trying to make sure his mother wasn't kicked out. I don't know. Maybe she privy to something. I don't know. But I know he was throwing a little bit of bread to York's defense situation. Let's see. This guy here named Jimmy Cliff. So he's supposed to be a singer. All right, what else we got? All right, Al Sharpton was down there. So was Jesse Jackson. And here we have Kedar Massenberg. He's in the music industry. And That's him to the right. And I think Musiq Soulchild and Kedar were connected at some point in the music industry. And so it's a lot. When you know, for those of us who've been around, you know, we could tell you all about that. Don't forget Bambaataa was down with York. He got a lot of sexual allegations on him.
Peace and blessings. This is Africa Bambaataa of the Universal Zulu Nation, in great support of the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York. We are here to talk about our brother who needs to be free from jail, that everybody needs to get the facts right, to get out there and seek the truth, the factology to what happened in this case, to bring it before the public, to bring it before the people, to get a right overstanding on the case of Dr. Malachi Z. York. My brother here, Brother King Malik from the Zulus of Atlanta, Georgia, has something to say also.
Hotapu, Pop, we'd like to let you know that we're definitely here to support you, and that we would like to bring it to all of the leaders, all of the representatives, and the heads of council, and everything else of all the different counties of the case, what's happening, what's going on, the information that's being suppressed, the evidence that's being suppressed. And we think that is definitely an urgent case for everybody to be involved with.
This is definitely a case that needs to be open. It needs to be open for all the public to see, for all the public to view, all the public to get an understanding, for we could get the right knowledge, the right wisdom, and the right overstanding of what has happened to our brother, Dr. Malachi Z. York. And if this can happen to him, just imagine what can happen to you. Peace.
They tried to sweep that under the rug. A lot of stuff came out about Bambaataa was molesting somebody over there in Brazil, and I think the kid had committed suicide because he couldn't take it. So it's a lot of things that's going on that, you know, a lot of people just either forgot or probably never heard before. And you know, Jaguar has been letting things loose for about over 2 years. You know, about what's been going on, and she had been running for her life, you know, trying to get things out, exposing a lot of information. So you just got to look at it. Like I said in the video, we all know York didn't have no hospital, and I think she just pulling from memory, and that part wasn't correct. York never got around to the developing the land in the way that he was talking about doing it. But we know that Dr. Thompson was on the land, which is a personal physician. And we all know that when the members couldn't take care of whatever health situations, they had to eventually go to the clinic or a hospital or something like that. All right, Erykah Badu, she was involved. She even did a song called Master Teacher, which is a title that York was calling himself. And these are the song right here. And you can just look the stuff up. Outkast had went down there to the land. There was a lot of people that performed on the land, and that don't mean that they was down. But I know Big Boy used the term overstand in a few of his songs. So, you know, but I just wanted to make this quick video to support, and also just add in some things if people forgot. So that's all I wanted to add to that. Truman the kind of piece of wartime.